The Greeter, Midsayap Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated. PCCI North Cotabato Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated. Cabacan Cotabato Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated. The Regional Governor, Mr. Don C. Zambrano.
From Eastern Mindanao region, we have Agusan del Sur Chamber of Commerce and Industry Foundation Incorporated. Bislig Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Butuan Agusan Chamber of Commerce and Industry Foundation Incorporated. Dinagat Province Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated. Siargao Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated. Surigao Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated. The City of Bayugan Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated. Cantilan Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated. The Regional Governor for Eastern Mindanao, we have Ma'am Julie P. Senense. Also joining the Parade of Chambers are our former Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry officials. We also have the area vice presidents in attendance in this 31st Mindanao Business Conference. The host chamber for the 31st Mindanao Business Conference, we have Tandag Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated with the President, Mr. John Vincent Pimentel. Joining Mr. John Vincent Pimentel is his formidable team of officers of the Tandag Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated. Ladies and gentlemen, Tandag Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated is under the Area Vice President of Mindanao, Mr. Arturo Milan. Joining the parade of chambers for the 31st Mindanao Business Conference are former area vice presidents of Mindanao, Ma'am Annie T. and Ma'am Merlu Kisumbing. And the last, but certainly not the least part of the parade of chambers, we have the president and the officers of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, headed by Mr. George T. Barcelon. On the red carpet, joining Mr. George T. Barcelon, are the officers of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Joining the parade of chambers, we have the Regional Governor for Eastern Mindanao, Ma'am Julie P. Senense. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just witnessed the parade of chambers for this 31st Mindanao Business Conference. Ladies and gentlemen, and the world, we are witnessing right now a convergence of the greatest minds of Mindanao and even in the Philippines coming together for the 31st Mindanao Business Conference, all geared towards the theme, One Mindanao, Bigger, Better, Bolder. We would like to request the Honorable Governor Alexander T. Pimentel and the Honorable Mayor Roxanne C. Pimentel to join the chambers for this historic picture taking to capture this historic moment. The first time in the history of Tandag Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, first time in the history of Tandag City, and first time in the history of Surigao del Sur. This is the 31st Mindanao Business Conference, One Mindanao, bigger, better, and bolder. Congratulations! Congratulations to all our local chamber presidents, officers, regional governors, and officials of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Requesting everybody to please get ready.
A moment of silence for the prayer to be followed by the Pambansang Awit ng Pilipinas to be sung by the singing ambassadors of the Northeastern Mindanao State University. Please rise.
singing of peace. I will sing forever of your love, O Lord. For you are my refuge and my strength. You fill the world with your life-giving spirit. I will sing forever for my Lord. I will sing forever for my Lord. I will sing forever for my Lord. Bayang magiliw, pwes na silangan, nanalab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisi, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong buga, paligat ang tula, tawid sa paglayang minamahal, ang isang ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdidinig, ang bituin na taran niya, kailan pang may di magdidilim, lupa ng araw ng walhati pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo, aming ligaya ng pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Please remain standing for the singing of Tandag City Hymn and Surigao del Sur Hymn.
Lugar na
requesting everybody to please take their seats and be comfortable.
A cradle of history, a flourishing town lying by the seacoast and surrounded by biodiversity-rich mountains, a home for ferocious natives, industrious fisherfolks and farmers, artists, intellectuals, entrepreneurs, and passionate residents. These describe the humble city along the northeastern coast of Mindanao that is Tandag, a component city of the province of Surigao del Sur, politically subdivided into 21 barangays with a total land area of 29,731 hectares, constituting 5.91% of Surigao del Sur's total area, and a home to 62,699 populace, as per 2020 census. Paraga's old capital. Over the years, Tandag City has made significant strides in its transformation. Like the butterfly, Tandag City has been going through a multi-stage process. Through our predecessors, basic building blocks for development have been laid down, contributing to its current status. We have united and future-thinking stakeholders composed of people's organizations and civil society, business and private sector, religious groups, and LGU human resource. We have stable sources of local and external income. We have institutionalized our pillars of development. Tandag City has grown into a city with projects and programs that inspire and stimulate community involvement, support and advance urbanization, and pursue excellence in its delivery of basic services. Tandag City offers a wide range of services and activities. These include quality health and nutritional services, excellent social development and social protection services, first-class institutional governance services, sophisticated and up-to-date agricultural services, an exciting and unique tourism and a cultural experience. As a testament to the quality of LGU Tandag City services, the Department of Interior and Local Government has recognized Tandag City as an awardee of the highly coveted Seal of Good Local Governance for 4 consecutive years. Numerous award-giving bodies also recognize several departments as centers of excellence in various years. Our goal for Tandag is to develop into a city that supports a multi-sectoral, community-driven effort to achieve economic development within the framework of high standards, equity, and a secure and healthy environment. This is in line with our vision to develop a city with fulfilled and empowered residents in an agro-industrial hub and destination in Caraga, with secure and resilient infrastructure and transparent and effective governance. Solidarity, integrity, excellence, resilience, and public service. These key elements make Tandag City a dynamic and proactive city that meets the needs of its present and future citizens. Together, with committed perseverance, we will deliver this vision of our shared future for the service of the city, its people, and beyond. This is Tandag City.
Please welcome the Honorable Mayor of the host city of the 31st Mindanao Business Conference, Honorable Mayor Roxanne C. Pimentel.
Madayaw na pag-abot sa Tandag City. Maayong buntag ganatong tanan. As a local chief executive, I am proud to present to you the legislative branch headed by my ever-supportive Vice Mayor, Honorable Eleanor Nening Momo. SP Member, Honorable John Paul Pimentel, SP Member Karina Momo, SP Member Avin T, SP Member Attorney Andre Andersan, SP Member Gaytan, SP Member Tata Perez, SP Member Honorable Batao, and the lone representative from the province, Honorable Attorney Conrad Sihoko. And my department and division chiefs, please come over. Thank you. Please come on stage.
The President of the host chamber for this magnanimous business conference, President of Tandag Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, Mr. John Vincent Pimentel.
Madayaw nga pag-abot to all Mindanaoans from the whole of the universe. No, I am President Bong Pimentel, the President of Tandag Chamber, and amidst all the fiasco, the commotion, welcome to Tandag City. We are proud to have you. Allow me to introduce our luminaries in the business policy movement. With me as our president, none other than the tall and handsome President George Barcelon. Please join me here, sir. Atong palakpakan po. With him are also the equally dynamic and highly esteemed leaders of PCCI National, Vice President for Regional Affairs, Yunina Mangyo. Please join me, ma'am. Atong palakpakan. Also the past president, the ever beautiful and young, Ma'am Bing Sihoko, our ever-trusted board advisor. To our former area vice presidents for Mindanao, Ma'am Merlo Kisumbing and Ma'am Annie O.T. And last but not the least, the man of the hour, our area vice president for Mindanao, Mr. Arturo M. Milan. Please join me. And this event would also be possible without the convergence of our officers of Tandag Chamber. Our Vice President for External Affairs, Mark T., who's celebrating his birthday today. VP Mark, please join us. Our Vice President for Internal Affairs, Ma'am Odette Moica, who heads the Food Committee. Please join me. Our Board of Directors, Ma'am Ginaline Makiling, Ms. Hazel Pasok. Please join me on stage. Also, our Corporate Secretary, Ruby Cabayao, who is handling the registration. Our Finance Committee Chair, Ms. Charmaine Helvosa. And our Security and Protocols Officer, Mr. Board Philip T. Pasok. Please join me on stage. Ma'am Benilda Perez, our Auditor. And everyone in the Tandag Chamber. Ladies and gentlemen, sige po, I'll wait for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mayor Roxanne and the whole of the city LGU of Tandag, this is PCCI Mindanao.
Anyway, I'm very privileged and honored to be here to join this Minbizcon. And I can see that the success of this occasion is really the support of the local government led by the Honorary Roxanne Pimentel. How about a big hand for the mayor and the councilors? So our chamber here, led by, of course, Bong Pimentel, is very lucky to have you supporting him and having this occasion that is well attended. And I can see that the future of Tandag is very bright. So maraming salamat po. Thank you very much.
With that being said, the Mayor of Tandag City, Mayor Roxanne C. Pimentel, Tandag Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, President John Vincent C. Pimentel, and Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, President George T. Barcelon, are now doing the ceremonial handshaking as a symbol of their joint noble efforts to attain the goals and objectives of the 31st Mindanao Business Conference. Mayor Roxanne C. Pimentel, President John Vincent Pimentel, and President George T. Barcelon will now do the ceremonial playing of musical instruments. And as they play, different sounds might they produce, different ways might they play. The play is one, with one rhythm, symbolic of the celebration of oneness, unity, partnership, and collaboration towards a common vision of one Mindanao, bigger, better, bolder. Mayor Roxanne C. Pimentel, President John Vincent Pimentel, and President George T. Barcelon will now do the ceremonial playing of musical instruments. And as they play, different sounds might they produce, different ways might they play. They play as one, with one rhythm, symbolic of the celebration of oneness, unity, partnership, and collaboration towards a common vision of one Mindanao, bigger, better, bolder.
The World in Motion 2022, the rebirth of a new dawn. Piece by piece, inch by inch, a face of a braver economy is on its way. The Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, a thrust of all commerce and industry chambers of the country, responding to the challenges of what's beyond, challenging all the possibilities towards a vision of redirecting, recovering, and reinventing the disrupted lives and businesses caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Welcome to Mindanao, the land of promise. A promise of vast agricultural bounties, aquaculture wonders, uniquely amazing wonders of nature, top tourism spots, showered with diverse minerals, industrial richness, manufacturing and creative industries, sciences, research and innovations. Truly, an image of an outstandingly economic, competitive paradise. This is the 31st Mindanao Business Conference. One Mindanao, bigger, better, bolder. This is Tandag City. Extremely rich in biodiversity and natural resources. Home to an incredible wealth from nature, from agriculture to sea products and more. A precious jewel to behold. Yet behind its breathtaking wonders lie limitless opportunities for economic possibilities.
Welcome to Tandag!
Tandag City, the home of the 31st Mindanao Business Conference. Bigger, better, bolder. Mindanao Business Conference, organized by the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, hosted by Tandag Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, City Government of Tandag, Provincial Government of Surigao del Sur. The 31st Mindanao Business Conference. Bigger, better, bolder.
To officially start the conference proper and call to order of the 31st Mindanao Business Conference, from the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Area Vice President for Mindanao, Mr. Arturo Milan.
Good morning. First of all, I would like to express my sincerest gratitude to all the local chambers who traveled, some of which took 18 hours to be here in Tandag. Thank you very much for your commitment to One Mindanao, bigger, better, bolder. And also, I would like to express my thanks to our host chamber, Tandag City Chamber of Commerce, headed by President Bong Pimentel, for organizing the 31st Mindanao Business Conference, and above all, for their warm welcome to all the delegates. I would like to express my thanks to the local government units of Tandag City, Mayor Roxanne Pimentel, and also from our Governor, Governor Alex Pimentel of Surigao del Sur. Daghang salamat sa inyong tanan. By the power and authority given to me as Area Vice President for Mindanao by PCCI, I would like to declare the 31st Mindanao Business Conference 2022 open.
Medyo mabigat po siya. Dalawang kamay ko.
Ladies and gentlemen, the host for the 31st Mindanao Business Conference. Put your hands together for Maria Evangeline Daguman.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me, even those at the farthest back? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, you are not mistaken to be here. You are exactly where you should be. Only here at the 31st Mindanao Business Conference. To give us the welcome message, please welcome the beautiful and outstanding City Mayor of Tandag, Honorable Mayor Roxanne C. Pimentel.
My warmest appreciation and recognition to Philippine Chamber of Commerce Industry President, Mr. George T. Barcelo, Philippine Chamber of Commerce Industry local chambers from different regions of Mindanao, Mindanao regional governors, PCCI officials, Tandag City Chamber of Commerce and Industry, President Mr. John Vincent C. Pimentel, Vice Mayor Eleanor Nining Momo, SP members in attendance, department heads, division chiefs, my fellow public servants, maayong buntag kanatong tanan. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all today to the 31st Mindanao Business Conference. I wish to congratulate the Tandag City Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which has been selected to co-host this phenomenal event. This MBC is a growing platform and opportunity for dynamic interaction among small and medium enterprises as well as the bigger industry players to acquire knowledge, source solutions for business enhancement, and seize unparalleled opportunities in today's global economy. I am especially excited by the year's banner theme, One Mindanao, Bigger, Better, and Bolder. It actualizes the MBC's trust in connecting opportunities, growing businesses, and creating value through its general objective in inspiring, promoting, and growing Mindanao businesses. It is so important, therefore, to have the MBC utilize the experience of our fellow Mindanaoans to have been locally, regionally, and internationally recognized for excellence in their respective fields. Thus, in gathering of Mindanaoan business leaders, industry movers, policy experts, enterprising game changers, and various stakeholders will showcase informative and engaging programs. This, in turn, will provide bigger opportunities for each industry, explore the challenges faced by today's entrepreneurs, and identify promising approaches to addressing their needs in order to contribute to the competitive advantage of Mindanao. In the national and even global economy, the timing of the 31st MBC could not be better, echoing the pace of an ongoing economic recovery. All chambers in attendance certainly heighten the vision of MBC to inspire beneficial results despite these challenging times as an offshoot of the COVID-19 pandemic. We, your officials of the local government units, are keenly interested in hearing your insights. We surely look forward to sharing results from the government's continued business outreach efforts. As I again officially welcome you all to the city of Tandag, let me inform everyone that during your stay here in the beautiful city of Tandag, the tropical paradise, I am certain that you will find an opportunity to experience our people's warmness and hospitality. Again, thank you very much and God bless everyone. Madayaw na pag-abot sa Tandag City. Salamat.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable City Mayor Roxanne C. Pimentel, the very beautiful City Mayor of Tandag. Indeed, we feel the warmth of the welcome of the Tandaganons ever since we arrived here. And I'm sure we all share the same sentiment. We couldn't be happier that this is the venue, Tandag City is the venue for the 31st Mindanao Business Conference. Moving on to give us the rationale for this huge celebration of the 31st Mindanao Business Conference, please help me welcome the President of Tandag Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, the one, the only, Mr. John Vincent Pimentel.
Nako, parang wala na akong mukhang ikakaharap, no? Firstly, before I begin, my sincerest and humblest apologies. But I think you and I, all of us here in Mindanao, are realistic enough to acknowledge the many challenges we face in doing business. So patikim lang po yun. Sir Seco, sabi ko sa inyo, best friends tayo. No? But kidding aside, madayaw nga pag-abot sa Tandag City, reiterating the warmest greeting and the most creative way we can welcome all the Mindanaoan delegates from all over the corners of Mindanao. my sincerest respect and deepest deference to our officials, both in the public and the private sector, starting with, I could not thank you enough, President George. You're such a busy person, no? Ambassador pa po namin kayo sa Philippines. To his equally highly esteemed leaders, sila VP Nina, si Ma'am Bing, AVP Annie, Ma'am Merlo, AVP Art. Again, a round of applause for them po. Without their guidance and tutelage, this conference wouldn't materialize. And of course, makatsaho na dahil ako. Sorry, I feel like I'm accepting an award, no, for being a best actor. To my beloved and multi-awarded city mayor, Roxanne Pimentel, whom I fondly call Mama Rox, we've been through a lot, and you have been our inspiration in the toughest of times. You are surrounded by your angels, no? Starting with your equally beautiful partner in progress, the wife of Congressman Romeo Momo of the 1st District of Surigao del Sur, Ma'am Eleanor Neneng Momo, our Vice Mayor, palakpakan din po natin. And his equally highly esteemed, and in Bisaya, we call it banggiitan and mga bagtik nga konseho, no? As I will no longer belabor to mention, but special mention to my brother in blood and hashtag public service, the President of the Councilors League of Surigao del Sur, Honorable Councilor John Paul Pimentel. My own father, your beloved 2nd District, Congressman Johnny Pimentel, wouldn't be here because he's been assigned as the Assistant Minority Floor Leader in the Commission of Appointments. So AVP Art, we will have another platform for advocacy, don't worry. No? Again, why do we hold such conferences? Why are we here? Why do we belabor to traverse thousands of kilometers just to sit and witness cultural presentations? No, that is not the reason. Allow me to share the motivation behind this conference. Way back in 2017. After my stint with the American Chamber of Commerce and the Joint Foreign Chambers, I was jaded. Jaded because the Philippines has a lot to do more. But I was hopeful. I was one of the young leaders who never want to give up. So I was fortunate enough to be selected as one of the only seven Filipinos to study at the 2nd top ranking development school at the University of London, School of Oriental and African Studies. But what I've discovered crushed my heart. You know why? There was scant mention, seldom mention, virtually zero to non-existent mention of the Philippines. Only decentralization. More so, when they learned that I am from Mindanao, I cried in silence with a smile. Because that's how Filipinos are. Why? Because my classmates from all over the world would ask me, "Oh, from Mindanao, how are you? Is your family safe?" Then I got a beer and drank, no? And told them, yes, they're safe, happy, and healthy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the message we want to impart, not just to our Mindanaoan brothers and sisters, not just to our national leaders, but to the whole world. That Mindanao is changing. Mindanao is transforming. That is why we need to harness our strength. And what is our strength? You are all from all the corners of Mindanao, and we highly appreciate you coming over. Your very presence here is a huge testament to the fact that Mindanao has unity in diversity. No? Gone are the days when Mindanao suffer from tackling security challenges. Gone are the days when we Mindanaoans suffer from long-standing policy neglect, when we have to make ends meet in lagging development. No. We remain hopeful because now we see the rise of new city centers. Now we see Mindanao in the map of Times Magazine, an international news media outlet. And the headlines are cool and impressive and awesome. This afternoon, you will see 3 thematic panels. Together with our commitment to harness unity amidst diversity, we need to have a wider, broader economic visioning. We need to dream big. We in Tandag Chamber, we in Tandag City, alongside our mayor and the whole of the city LGU and our governor, my beloved uncle, we are but a humble, homey, hearty, but bustling coastal town. But we have the biggest dreams. And without doubt, I know and I can feel that we are among the many LGUs, municipalities, and emerging cities that hold the same aspirations as you have, which is to dream big. That is why this afternoon we are graced by our Honorable Secretary of Mindanao Development Authority, which is one of our event partner, Maria Belen Acosta. Ato po siyang palakpakan, a round of applause. Because they, alongside the business chambers, want to overturn the perception that Mindanao is high-risk investment. No, in fact, Mindanao is the future of investment. Yet, ladies and gentlemen, we must be humble and realistic enough to know that we have a long way to go. The road to today was never easy, but we remain undaunted. And it is the same principle and spirit that we organized the second panel on Better Mindanao. How so? We need better roads, better bridges, better seaports, more airports. We need better education, especially that the pandemic has compromised the quality of such. For 2 years, not just one. We need to have better security, peace and order. And I call upon my brothers and sisters in the boondocks and the mountains. Let's work together. Animosity, tension, confrontation will do us no good. We in the business chamber are very much open and inclusive to help you with livelihood programs, together with our local government partners. But more than seeking better business environment, we need to be bolder. I have a question for you. Are Mindanaoans brave? Yes. I can't hear you. Are Mindanaoans fierce? Yes. Are we fearless? Precisely. Because bold leadership, decisive action is what we need in this day and age of the post-pandemic era. The past 2 years has tested us. It has pushed the boundaries for business resilience. In fact, this very 31st Minbizcon is supposed to be held in Siargao. But when Odette passed us by, thankfully, but ravaged our Siargaonons, brothers and sisters, regretfully, without a flinch of an eye, Tandag Chamber, alongside all Mindanaoan chambers, with the leadership of AVP Art and Regional Governor Julie Sinense, were the first responders. No? When I entered the board, the board of the 7 regional governors, young, naive, they told me, Presbong, you will hold the 31st Minbizcon sa dihang natumba si Presbong. That was already around February and March, right smack in the middle of the elections. Here, it was hotly contested. But again, we remain undaunted. Small as we are, we have the biggest hearts. We helped our Siargaonon brothers. Without doubt, we can help all our Mindanaoan brothers. That is why you are here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, no one is perfect. Nothing in this world operates in perfect environment. Today is just but a demonstration. Security, power. But without doubt, if we clasp our hands together, with our hearts beating hard, our minds strong and clear and focused on our goal, no amount of obstacles will remain insurmountable. So with this, without further ado, join us today, in the following days, for the rest of our lifetimes. Because it is only together, by being together, that we can build a bigger, better, bolder, one Mindanao. Daghang salamat and welcome to Tandag City.
Thank you very much, El Presidente John Vincent Pimentel. Presbong, your humility and your brilliance altogether never fail to amaze us. Thank you very much for inspiring us all to be better, bigger, and bolder. Thank you, thank you, thank you. At this point, we will be hearing the opening message to be delivered by no less than the President of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated. Please welcome on stage, Mr. George T. Barcelon.
Before I start my message, I'd really like to congratulate President of Tandak PCCI for a very, very well-spoken speech. Tayo lahat, we were all mesmerized. When he was talking, it was total silence. And we took in every word he said. Because the President spoke from the heart. And I think that's very important. Any speech that is coming out, that comes from the heart, we all can relate. Kaya talagang I take my hats off to you. So we are very happy to see somebody who's so dedicated. Actually, I was telling my fellow national officers, sabi ko, I don't think I need to speak anymore after hearing from the speech of President Bong. But anyway, I guess I have to earn my lunch. so I have to speak a little. Of course, again, the Honorable Mayor of City of Tandak, the elegant Mayor Roxanne C. Pimentel, and to another elegant government official, Vice Mayor Eleanor Momo. And I don't know whether Congressman Alex Pimentel is still around, but earlier I met him. And also to all the government officials, councilors, who somehow plays an important role of what the city of Tandak is now. Okay? And I see when Mayor was introducing you, I can see that there's a blend of young people in the city councilor, and I think that's very important. Same thing for our chamber. We're trying to attract younger people to be more involved. To the national PCCI officers who came with me all the way from Manila, and it's a trip that is worthwhile, I tell you. We're not familiar with the city of Tandag before, but it's worth the flight, it's worth a 4-hour drive, and we are enjoying ourselves thoroughly. So let me greet Vice President Engineer Nina Magno, Vice President of Regional Affairs, the lady over there. And of course, our past President Advisor, Ms. Maria Alegria Limhoco, and our area Vice President, who earlier, President Bong Pimentel gave credit for his mentorship. So, Mr. AVP Art Milan of PCCI. To our PCCI Mindanao regional governors, present and past, we have Governor Mr. Elian Makala. I think I saw him with a cap over there, okay? Yeah. And Governor Pocholo Soliven. He's not here. And Governor Ruben Vegafria. He was here earlier, I think he's around. Miss Nenita Malbas, Miss Loretta C., and of course, the energetic, and again, congratulations, the Governor Julie Senense, and Mr. Dan Sembrano Sr., officers of this year's host chamber, President, again, President Bong Pimentel, congratulations with your officers. To all the LCCI presidents and officers and members, distinguished guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, maayong buntak sa atong tanan. Magandang hapon po sa iyong lahat. On behalf of the PCCI Board of Directors and Officers, I wish to congratulate again the PCCI Mindanao, headed by our energetic area Vice President, who earlier mentioned that we're very grateful that for these events, we have all the chambers of this region coming the four corners of Mindanao. So congratulations for the great work having with us all the officers and chambers in the seven region of Mindanao. The event would not be possible without the support of the local chambers who are present here today. We truly appreciate your presence. But again, let me reiterate earlier when I shook hands with the Honorable Mayor that it was through her support, the full support of the city government, to make this event so successful. It is timely that COVID-19 has eased up, giving us the community to meet face-to-face. It's been 2 years already. We have not been having this kind of occasion. And I can see that all of us are ready to face each other, to return our life to normalcy. And this is why we're here, to celebrate together. And I can see how exciting it is as we move onward. PCCI have always believed that private sector must walk the talk and do our share of responsible citizens managing and benefiting from the fruits of the business we operate in our region. In our 2022 agenda, we have identified priority areas for our economic recovery. Of great importance are the area where local government and local chambers can collaborate in the spirit of public-private sector partnership. I'm sure that many of us have seen how productive collaboration like this create critical synergy that benefits our people. Not only business, but as President Bong Pimentel shared with me, that the devastation that happened in Surigao, that they were on top of things and helping your fellow municipalities. We do recognize the need to remain vigilant, having the headwinds, the global development that is pushing up a lot of costs, high costs in energy and also food commodity. Earlier, I was told that Tandac has one of the highest electricity bill. It's something like 17 pesos per kilowatt hour. And we in the NCR should not complain too much. Yung sa amin, mga 12 pesos. But then, again, this is something that we on the national level have been pushing. I had the chance of meeting Secretary Popo Lotilla, designated Secretary of Energy, and we stress the importance of energy for development all over the Philippines, particularly in Mindanao. We can see the upside of this region, so there need to be focused by the national government. I will skip some of the pages, which I think it's really, I know all of you are hungry and need to take your lunch. But I would just take off from what the mayor said earlier about the outreach. Okay? And I think you're doing very well. And similarly, for our advocacy this year, or in my term of presidency as PCCI National, we have the acronym Reach Out. Yung sa'yo, outreach. Yung sa amin, reach out. Okay? The reason why we have Reach Out is we want to share with the national government, and both in many levels. So we have every word of Reach Out means something. Yung unang letter, R, is to reinvigorate a resource-based sector. Okay. Now what is that? That is mining, forestry, rubber plantation, salt harvesting, and tourism. Tourism is really a local resource that we can leverage on. And I think Mindanao, particularly this area, what you have is a counterpart of Boracay. You have White Beach. So those are the areas that we stress the government, the national government, to really look into that. Surigao is also mining. And that's important. Our wealth, we have one of the highest concentration of mineral in the world. But we must take advantage of it. We must encourage responsible mining. And I was sharing this with Secretary R.C. Balisacan when we met. I said, sir, kailangan itong pa-revive natin yung mining. And then we should use new technology. Before, we know that there are small miners that may not have the finance capability to do it properly. But we know nowadays you have technology. You have drones that can fly over this mining area, and they can check whether they're doing properly. So technology will play a role. And so that is why we stress the reinvigoration of resource-based sector. The rest of the four letters, these are always on top of mind of both government and private sector. E stands for enhancement in education. Earlier, I heard Madam Mayor mention that. Education. And E also stands for energy, which earlier I touched on. Okay. And then A stands for advancement in agri-agua sectors. And also, we need to tweak our agrarian law. Okay. We are facing now a serious food, hindi pa naman shortage, no? But ang food dependency on importation. Okay. And we realize that one of the topic that is hugging the headline is mahal ang asukal. Okay? And we have to admit that many of our agri-sector, in a way, are behind our ASEAN neighbors in productivity. Okay? In the Philippines, we import twice what we export, agri-sector, fruits and everything. In Thailand, they export twice what they import. So it's very important, even here in your region, you have agri areas that should be given focus. Because in the Philippines, we have made study wherein the poor, the rural poor, is in the rural areas. And so agriculture is very, very important. Then, the fourth letter is C. Okay. The government needs to commit. C means connectivity. By land, by air, by sea, and digitally. Earlier, President Bong Pimentel mentioned that, and we concur. And we've been advocating that. We had a visit with Secretary Jimmy Bautista, Department of Transportation. And we stressed that, for us to really to sustain our economic growth and sustainability, infrastructure, farm-to-market roads, electricity, all of these important key areas must be looked into. And the last letter is H. Harmony in healthcare, human skill, and human dignity. These are words that, easy to say, but it's a challenge. We know that yesterday we had a discussion on the Mandanas Garcia development, and the local government will be getting your share from the national government. But there is a concern. In this devolution, focus must be given to health and education. And we will try to share our thoughts that these two key areas must still remain from the national government that they should support. These two key areas, the two key areas. The infrastructure and the likes, you know your needs better than the national, but education and health. So we would put that in our resolutions and present it because we have our National Business Conference comes October, and we will present a resolution, and I think that is something that we will share with President BBM. Okay. So that's the last letter in reach, but we still have the out as Madam Mayor. Outreach, kami naman reach out. So the out is one, similar to the theme here, better, bigger, bolder, one Mindanao. Kami naman, one nation, one Philippine, united in transformation and transparency. Okay. Now, how you define transparency, I leave it up to you. Okay. But it's very important for us to having this new government as we move ahead. Okay. I can touch a bit on transparency because we work closely with ARTA, the anti-red tapes. And I think it's very important that we join hands, work together, because we believe that our country can move faster. I'm also one of the representatives for ASEAN Business Advisory Council. Yung ASEAN, 10 nation yun. Okay? And sometimes we have to face facts that now we're behind the curve. We're behind even Vietnam. Okay? Okay. But I have every confidence after hearing what was shared today that together as one nation, we can move ahead. Okay? Tourism is one. For the longest time, I've been saying, why should Thailand, which is very similar to our country, but merong limitations as far as communication, ang English nila is not as good as here in the Philippines. But they have about 39 million tourists every year, except during the COVID pandemic. Vietnam has caught up. Vietnam is about 10 million. Pre-pandemic, we had about 8 million, 9 million. Okay? But now, we're recovering. And I hope through all the effort of different region of Mindanao, you can attract more tourists to come here. This is what we call the low-hanging fruits. Once you have the tourism moving up, it creates so many jobs. Okay? Agriculture, services, and the likes. So these are things that I would like to share, the overarching advocacy of PCCI at the national level. And I assure you, when we had the chamber management session the other day, we learn from you. It doesn't mean that pag national kami, alam namin lahat. And I find it worthwhile. That's why joining this kind of a business conference, we hear, we learn from you, and we will move some of this issue to the national level. At the same time, the roles that we play, we meet with some of the cabinet secretary. We will also cascade this to the local chamber. Okay? So we work hand in hand. And I'm honored and happy to be given this opportunity to share these messages. And I wish you, those who are attending here, I wish you a fruitful day in sharing your ideas and your thoughts. And I can assure you that if I go back home, when we have our board meeting, I will share with my other board members. Sabi ko, oh, you missed a lot. You were invited but you did not come. Okay? So we're happy to be here. Again, maraming salamat po. Mabuhay tayo lahat.
Thank you so much. Thank you, President of Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. George T. Barcelon. Dear friends, this conference would not be this successful, albeit the many inconvenience and interruptions, without the help of the entities who have unceasingly extended their support to the 31st Mindanao Business Conference. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our sponsors.
The 31st Mindanao Business Conference would like to thank the following: event partners, Mindanao Development Authority, Aboitiz Group, Nickel Asia Corporation, Department of Trade and Industry, Caraga Region. Platinum sponsors: Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation, Development Bank of the Philippines, Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, Ministry of Trade, Investments and Tourism, Holcim. Gold sponsors: Platinum Group Metals Corporation. Nickel sponsors: Provincial Government of Surigao del Norte. Copper sponsors: the Asia Foundation, the Shawarma Shack. Chrome sponsors: Land Bank of the Philippines, City Government of Surigao. Quartz sponsors: Cantilan Bank, Shasin Pension House and Restaurant, Honorable Adolf Edward G. Plaza, Representative, District 2, Agusan del Sur. Maverick Cristel Medical Equipment and Supplies Trading, JCSN Interior and Design. Venue partners: Northeastern Mindanao State University. In-kind sponsors: Globe Business, PLDT, Smart, DMI MX3, Shiland Incorporated, GRFI Print House. Media partners: Business Mirror, The Manila Times, CNN Philippines, TNTV 6.
Once again, maraming salamat sa lahat ng sponsors at sa lahat ng nagmamahal sa 31st Mindanao Business Conference. Dahil sa inyo, very successful ang ating 31st Mindanao Business Conference. At this point, the 31st Mindanao Business Conference would like to thank the PCCI President, Mr. George T. Barcelon, and the Honorable City Mayor of Tandag, Mayor Roxanne C. Pimentel, with his plaque of appreciation. And so we would like to call in Mr. George T. Barcelon and Mayor Roxanne T. Pimentel to please be on stage for this award. To give this award, our President, John Vincent Pimentel, President of TCCI, Regional Governor Julie P. Senense, Regional Governor for Eastern Mindanao, and Area Vice President for Mindanao, Mr. Arturo Milan. The plaque of appreciation reads, Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Tandag Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, Province of Surigao del Sur, City of Tandag, DTI, Aboitiz, NAC, Minda. Plaque of appreciation is awarded to Mr. George T. Barcelon and Mayor Roxanne Pimentel in grateful recognition and appreciation of their exemplary contribution and excellent leadership during the 31st Mindanao Business Conference in Tandag City, given the second day of September 2022 at Northeastern Mindanao University Stadium, Tandag City. Signed, John Vincent C. Pimentel, President TCCI, Julie P. Senense, Regional Governor for PCCI Eastern Mindanao, and Arturo M. Milan, PCCI Area Vice President for Mindanao. Thank you so much for your time, for your effort, and for sharing your person to the 31st Mindanao Business Conference, which has contributed immensely to the success of this business conference. Maraming salamat po. Dear friends, this opening ceremony is not called grand for nothing. As if what we have witnessed since the beginning of today, except for, the interruption and all, which only you and I know about, okay? So let's not focus on that. This conference, this opening ceremony is not called grand for nothing. Right about now, we are going to have a message from our very important keynote speaker, which would manifest what grand is all about. To introduce to us our keynote speaker, please welcome the Regional Governor for Eastern Mindanao, ladies and gentlemen, Ma'am Julie P. Senense.
Maayong Odo sa tanan. Zara Zimmerman Duterte is the Vice President and Secretary of Education in the Philippines. She is popularly known in the Philippines as Inday Sara. The nickname Inday Sara means beloved in the Visayan language. She is the second child of Rodrigo Roa Duterte, the 16th President of the Republic of the Philippines, and Elizabeth Zimmerman Duterte, a former flight attendant and a teacher. Sara is the first ever elected woman and the youngest vice mayor and mayor of Davao City. Her advocacies are reflected in the projects dearest to her: the Peace 911, a local peace initiative; Magnegosyo Ta, DAI, a livelihood support project; Pagbabago campaign, and the Kian Gabriel Hotline, an anonymous reporting platform for abused children. Sara is a Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Therapy, graduate from the San Pedro College in Davao City. She received her Juris Doctor degree from the Sebastian College, Recolitos, in the city of Manila. She was presented as one of the 30 most outstanding St. Augustine awardees of San Sebastian in January 2014 and was granted by the San Sebastian College of Law the Distinguished Alumna Award for Public Service in February 2020. She also received a Distinguished Woman of Service Award from the San Beda College Alumni Association in February 2011. Sara spent 4 years of law school at the San Beda and her final year in San Sebastian. Sara is graduate in 2011 of the Twin Program of the Armed Forces of the Philippines Command and General Staff College, General Staff Course and Development Academy of the Philippines, Master of Public Management. She is married to a fellow lawyer, Manasseh Reyes Carpio, and they have 3 children, named Shark, Stingray, and Stonefish. Ladies and gentlemen, our keynote speaker, the Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines, Her Excellency Zara Zimmerman Duterte.
And to deliver the message of our keynote speaker, please welcome Mr. Arturo Milan, Area Vice President for Mindanao.
Her Excellency Sara Duterte is sending her regrets that she cannot be with us today because of some important matters that she are attending in Metro Manila. However, she is sending her message to the 31st Mindanao Business Conference, and I'm honored to read her message to all of us. And I quote, "Assalamu alaikum, madayaw na adlaw sa inyong tanan. I convey my sincerest appreciation to the Tandag City Chamber of Commerce and Industry for the excellent arrangement for the 31st Mindanao Business Conference. Regional efforts like this conference are essential to ensuring that our comprehensive dialogues will refresh and direct our business owners and make them more responsive to the people and communities that need them. This year's theme, Bigger Aspirations, Better Governance, and Bolder Leadership in United Mindanao, carries an encompassing ambition, particularly relevant as we are setting higher principles in confronting the challenges that the pandemic crisis poses in our business sector and pushing Mindanao as a globally recognized gateway of entrepreneurial successes. With its distinction in size and aquaculture resources, vibrant tourism, and dynamic manufacturing, Mindanao is a significant ally to nation building. To ensure transition and diversification, we must invest in the aspirations and the vigor of our business owners. I urge our representatives to work jointly and extensively, deepen the dialogues on the pervasive issues linked between business and our business owners, and arrive at a cohesive agenda where we can encourage one another to take stronger actions to advance the Mindanao business experience in the shared interests of our people, our policymakers, and our investors. Let your presence be an instrument to the singular vision we have for Mindanao, and your insights be a guiding light, a driver, an enabler, and an enhancer of sustainable trajectories. Ato gyud tagaan ug laom nga pagtagad ang mga kausaban, ipadayon ta ang pagpalambo sa Mindanao. Sukran, daghang salamat sa inyong tanan. Signed, Sara Z. Duterte, Vice President of the Philippines. End of quote. This is the message that Her Excellency sent to us for this 31st Mindanao Business Conference. Daghang salamat. Can I ask President Bong? Where is President Bong? I just wanted to give you this message.
Maraming salamat. Thank you very much, Area Vice President for Mindanao, Mr. Arturo Milan, for reading the message of our keynote speaker, Her Excellency Sara Duterte Carpio. At this point, those who have not yet taken their lunch, we are going to take our lunch. For those who have already started taking their lunch, I hope you're having a sumptuous meal. But all together, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in prayer for the grace before meals. Please remain seated. Please remain seated. Let us all bow down our heads and remember that we are in the presence of our holy God. Father God, we thank you for today. We thank you for all that has been and for all that has not been. Thank you for always reminding us that no matter how grand our plans are, you are the master planner of everything. Thank you, Lord God, for making everything possible. Thank you for this wonderful day that you have given us to conduct our conference proper for the 31st Mindanao Business Conference. We thank you, Father, for the food before us. We thank you for the hands that prepared this food, and we pray that this food will nourish us and will make us better Christians, better servants of you. All this we pray, Father, in your holy name. Amen. Happy lunch, everybody.
Philippine Nickel Industry Association. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Attorney Dante R. Bravo.
Mula sa masusing pag-aaral ng Taganito Mining Corporation, subsidiary ng Nickel Asia Corporation, isa na namang matagumpay na proyekto ang na-turn over sa komunidad upang magsilbing livelihood ng mga pamilya sa barangay Wangki, Claver, Surigao del Norte.
Yung nag-edad pa ako ng 14 anyos, na-discuss po ako ng dinamita kasi maliit pa lang ako ng nagat, nangisda na.
Ang pagsisisi na naramdaman ni Reynaldo Samontina na biktima ng illegal na pangingisda na kultura bago pa man ang proyektong ito ay napalitan ng pasasalamat sa pagkakaroon ng pwesto upang makinabang sa makulay na fish cage project na ito.
Hanggang ngayon ako nag-asawa na, nangisda pero hindi na illegal. Ito na kami ngayon, nakalaga ng mga isda na tulong na bigay ng Taganito Mining Corporation ng SDMP nila. Kaming lahat ng mga membro, lubusang nagpapasalamat sa kanila. Salamat sa pag-approve ng SDMP para tulong sa amin sa aming People's Organization, Gamawa, Gagmayng Mananagat sa Wangki. Salamat na bigyan kami ng SDMP na tinulungan kami ng kaming mga mangingisda na mabuo yung project naming Fish Cage Project at saka yung pins.
Hindi biro ang pag-aalaga ng mga isda dito. Upang maging masagana ang kanilang huli sa tamang panahon, maingat na pagpapakain sa mga isda at pag-aalaga ng paligid ang mga susi upang matamo ito. Ang TMC at Nickel Asia Corporation ay totoong naniniwala na ang pagpapahalaga sa mga mamamayan ng kanilang komunidad ay kaakibat ng totoong responsableng pagmimina.
Ang gagmay mananagat sa Wangki or Gamawa po in English is small fishermen ng Barangay Wangki. So ito po ay isang grupo ng mangingisda.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are inviting everyone to our trade fair outside the NEMSO Gymnasium.
So binigyan po
It will
natin ng
run
funding. Ito, fish cake.
today until tomorrow, September 2, 2002. Please come and visit our trade fair booth outside the NEMSO Gymnasium. Thank you.
At saka isang ding goal ng TMC na magkaroon sila ng sustainable livelihood project. Pag na-turn over na namin ang project, hindi ibig sabihin na iwanan ng TMC. Tutulungan din namin sila sa simula hanggang pagkatapos sa pagbenta ng mga produkto nila, paglinkage sa mga marketing, at sa iba pang mga problema darating sa kanilang livelihood. Kung sa pangingisda, siguro kailangan nilang pamboat, o nasira na yung fish net nila, o nasira na yung mga post nila, so doon kami papasok para namin sila matutulungan.
There should only be one way in doing mining.
We would also like to acknowledge the coffee and buko station, courtesy of DTI, through its rapid program. It is located near the entrance of our NEMSO Gymnasium.
Open, close, open, close.
Open an RCBC account all online instead with just one valid ID. Discover easy digital banking with RCBC now.
Holcim is decarbonizing construction at scale with EcoPlanet, the world's global green cement. Making low-carbon construction possible globally with no compromise on performance. But how are we doing it? By decarbonizing our products, using the broadest range of low-emission raw materials, from calcined clay to recycled construction and demolition waste. We even launched the world's first cement with 20% construction and demolition waste inside. By decarbonizing our operations with alternative fuels, renewable electricity, operational efficiency, and digitalization across our plants. We innovate at every step of the way to make EcoPlanet low carbon, delivering equal to superior performance. EcoPlanet combines performance with a low carbon footprint for a greener world, building progress for people and the planet.
I've been in the game a long time, but I would also find myself at rock bottom, bruised, beaten. But being a champion isn't always about winning. It's about being able to rebuild again, stronger, tougher, to weather any storm. True durability is to take whatever life throws at you. Like Wholesome,
Mic
Aqua
test,
X,
1, 2.
the Philippines' first water-repellent cement, the cement that withstands the test of time.
1, 2. we would like to request to everybody that at around 1 o'clock, a little after 1 o'clock, we will be starting the afternoon session of our conference proper. Thank you very much for your understanding. We know that you understand that because of the inconvenience that we have experienced in the morning, we have to catch up. We have a lot of topics to cover this afternoon. Topics from which we will all learn very, very important lessons. And so we look forward to those topics getting over and done with this afternoon. So we would like to request for a little bit more understanding and patience from you. In a little over 1 o'clock, again, we will be starting the afternoon session of our conference proper for the 31st Mindanao Business Conference. Salamat!
Bangsamoro, a region of infinite possibilities, unique craftsmanship, diverse culture, and spectacular views. Bangsamoro is home to a rich history, colorful cultures, and traditions. With the establishment of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, the region is now ready to show its hidden treasures to the world. Choose Bangsamoro is an initiative of Ministry of Trade, Investments and Tourism, or MTIT BARM, in partnership with the Asia Foundation and Limitless Love. Choose Bangsamoro is a campaign that highlights the ingenuity, quality, and craftsmanship of Bangsamoro-made products. The campaign encourages people to not just buy, but rather to experience the beauty, breadth, and depth of the Bangsamoro culture. With this, for the branding of Bangsamoro products, we have decided to use the saking manok as a main element in our visual languages. We believe that it perfectly represents the colorful, unique, and magical cultural heritage of the region. This branding will be visible to every products, tourism, and services offered by the Bangsamoro region to the world. Choose our arts, our crafts.
We would like to acknowledge also the presence of Ma'am Grace Carmel Paredes Bravo, Mayor of San Francisco, Agusan del Sur, and also the lovely wife of Attorney Dante Bravo. Thank you very much for your presence, ma'am.
Choose Bangsamoro.
We would like to announce